Happy New Year, my beauty and barber babes. Can you believe it? We are in a brand new year, and this episode of the BeautyPro podcast, I am sharing with you some reflections that I have learned on this past year and what to look forward to as a salon, as a spa, or barbershop owner. They might be little things to you, but boy, are they big things for your clients. For example, raising prices. So stay tuned to this episode of the Beauty Pro podcast. Leave your feedback at the end of this episode as a Spotify star rating, an Apple podcast review, or a YouTube channel comment on your favorite video. So, are you ready to set the tone for this new year? Let's go and let me rock your world. Are you a beauty or barber pro looking for that push to do that thing you've always wanted to do, whether it's in or out of the salon, spa, or shop? Are you tired of not feeling good enough, smart enough, skilled enough? Are you tired of not getting a handle on your mental health, boundaries, and insecurities? I'm Krystine Sherwood, the Beauty Pro Coach, an internationally certified coach, a salon and spa owner, and your personal Jiminy Cricket. I use my own experiences, good and bad, as a salon owner to help you be more self-aware, authentic, and forward-thinking in your approach to life, in and out of the salon. It's time to reach your version of success with the Beauty Pro Coach podcast. New year, new you. And the first thing you are just itching to do is raise your prices, right? Because you're a big, bad business owner of a salon or spa or barbershop. And it's not personal, it's just business, right? You're getting ready to trim off all of the clients who are just not your ideal clients anymore. And so if you raise your prices, you can make room for who and what's truly for you, right? Am I pressing any buttons yet? Am I triggering you yet? So listen, there's nothing wrong with increasing your pricing. You are in the business to make money. Okay? Yes, you are. You are also just so happens to be in the business of customer service. So if you don't consider your long-standing clientele who supported you through the thick and the thin, you will lose them. Not to mention, potential clients are always looking to see how you treat your people, which is your staff and your clients, and they will judge you. They will judge you. Ew, I know. I said the J word. Listen, this industry that we're in is actually all about stereotyping, okay? No matter how much we try to get around that and we get past it and all of these things, like it's just the nature of the business and it's not right, but it is what it is, right? It's the same way like with doctors. They're in the business of saving lives, but not all lives can be saved. Okay. So let's just get off our high horses for a minute and let's be real and raw. Okay. So, but with, with an intro like that, I feel like maybe I'm confusing because I know there's going to be one of you out there who's just going to be controversial and twist anything and everything that I say to try to make it fit your own agenda and make in your own narrative. So let me make it really, really clear. Okay. One, many businesses, not just salons and spas and barbershops, many businesses across the board will be increasing their pricing. Maybe you'll get an email. Maybe you won't. This episode is going to help you do the same thing, but in a lovingly compassionate way that's true to yourself and true to your boundaries, but also respecting other people's boundaries as well. Okay. I do this thing in my salon where I present every person in my salon the truth, the options, the foreshadowing of what they get to choose as far as renting, commission, or hourly. I bring them the options, I show them, they make the ultimate choice, and they tell me what's good and what's not for them. And no matter what they choose, I support it. And that's what happens with this. So that's number one. I get so riled up, I need to take a breath. Okay, number two. Everything is personal. Okay. Your clients take it personal when you don't listen to them, when you get their hair wrong, when you wax off their eyebrow. They take it personal. Your employees take it personal when you look past their complaints, which, let me tell you, are needs in disguise. They take it personal. They feel like you're ignoring them, like you don't care, that you don't know how to own up to your faults. Your bosses, okay, and your managers take it personal when they have helped you from cosmetology school all the way to now through your career, for you to leave them with not only all of the clients that they marketed for you, but they take it personal when you run their name through the ground to other stylists and to other renters to try to somehow ruin your boss or manager's reputation. Everything is personal, okay? So let's clear that up. It's not just business, it is personal. You can go listen to the Robert Cromian's episode where Robert himself talks about that. Number three, clients come and they go naturally. In other words, without your help. So sometimes people, clients, they outgrow you, you outgrow them, and the energy is exchanged and they feel it. Okay? Sometimes clients leave because they have a different need you're just not filling anymore. It's like any relationship, you know? Mommy and daddy can't bottle feed you forever. That's a need. You grow up and you want steak, or you want portobello mushrooms because you're vegan. Like, you have a need that they're no longer filling, so you got to find it for yourself. And sometimes clients leave because prices change. And even then, sometimes, a lot of times, they come right back to you after 4 to 5 years and say, "You were the absolute best. I can't believe I ever left." It's a circle of life. So let's not get too cocky about these price increases now that we're in the new year. Okay? Number 4, because I want to really present clarity here. Price increases are a part, again, of every business, especially the professional beauty and barber industry, because our costs of living in the salon, spa, or barbershop increases, which creates a demand on our time, which can create or make a break situation. Okay? The cost of foils goes up. Guess what has to go up? Color services. If the price of perms go up, guess what has to go up? Price of perms. If lash extensions, hair extensions, facials, waxing services, if all of those products go up, guess what goes up? The more accustomed we can get to regularly increasing our pricing, the more familiar I feel like people get when it happens to them, and they won't be so sticker shocked. Okay. But at the same time, clients, one person only sees you every 4 to 6, sometimes 6 to 8 weeks. And so maybe they see you for the first time, and then the second time they come in, the price increased, and then third time the price increased. Like, we have to be considerate of people and like see their cycle a little bit more frequently so they can get to know you, get to understand. Okay. And so this episode is going to kind of break it down for you in ways, kind of spark some creativity for you so you can do that in a graceful way. Not every time the person comes in, the price is changed. That is discouraging and no one wants to do that. Okay. So this episode, like I said, is going to help you increase your pricing in a compassionate way that will benefit and give life flow to your salon, your spa, your barber shop, and it will also trim the fat. Okay? It's going to help you trim off those clients who no longer serve you. Let me tell you, what is for you will always be for you. You won't have to try too hard because it is for you. It will never leave if it is for you. This applies to relationships. Okay? If you're on and off again with somebody, if you're constantly fighting with somebody, you don't want to do something because they're just going to have a fight with you, that is not for you. That relationship does not serve. Okay? Now, the information I'm going to share in this episode is not to be abused. It's not, and communicated in a way where people feel disrespected, they feel displaced. I know because I've had personal experience with some of you stylists and you're overcorrecting. You overcorrect with your boundaries and you were doing it wrong one way, so now you're going to do it absolutely right every single time, and you just come off as an unreasonable, stubborn, emotionless human being. Okay, that somebody just like wants to like knock you out. You know what I mean? Like it's no fun for anybody. And there's no need to be such a negative Nancy in the sandbox. Like we all still want to make money. Okay? So this episode is full of compassion, but it is also full of tough love. So if you notice in my voice, I'm a little stern, a little bit more fiery today. That is why. Okay? So here it is. So the first thing by now, you should, because you have listened to the BeautyPro podcast, you've listened to my marketing episodes and social media episodes, you've listened to guest speakers, like by now, you should already have a regular email blast with all of your clients' emails that you've collected since listening to those podcast episodes I've talked about. And you have been doing it ever since, right? You've been making it a part of your service cycle, right? Yes. If you haven't, start doing it. A regular email blast, okay, can be anything from once a week on the same day, on the same time. So you're conditioning your clients to be expecting that weekly email. Okay. You can do that every week, or you can do it every other week, right? So twice a month. Okay. The idea is to have a regular schedule that emails go out because you want to meet your clients where they are. Grab their attention and be constantly on the forefront of their minds. Like you don't want to give them the chance to forget who you are, what you do, and why they need you. Having their emails is a very personal thing. It's like having somebody's phone number, okay, but better because you can talk to them and they can listen whenever they want, right? So having their email is like a lifeline to their wallet, okay? Now, there's a couple ways to do this. In this said email blast, you can be that overly sweet, overly generous, considerate, oh my God, I don't, I want to manage your money for you kind of person. And you can, sound the alarm and send an email blast saying that as of such and such date, we will be having a price increase of about, I don't know, $5, $10, 10% on all services, 20% of all services. You can say that. Okay. But let me tell you that if you 10%, 5%, 10%, 20% increase on your service pricing, you will lose 5%, 10%, 20% of your clientele. That's just how it works. Okay. You can be that overly kind-hearted person. There's nothing wrong with that. You can do that. That tactic is good if everyone across the board will be getting an increase. It's a cut and dry kind of way. You really truly have to know your audience, know your demographic, know your people. Okay? If you do that, this way is great I believe, this is my opinion now. This way is great if you're like an established salon, you have multiple stylists working, you're like doing your thing, there's no shortage of clients calling and coming in. Like, that's not a worry. You're not in a seasonal area. Like, go for it. Like, you're maybe franchised out. Like, that's awesome. I think that is the cleanest way to do things. But, okay, I say this because there's another way of communicating your price increases, okay? And one way that we do it in our salon, because we are a smaller salon, we are small but mighty. We are in a very seasonal area, okay, of Florida. It was like a fishing village town place and very seasonal. And what we like to do is you can simply just charge all new clients who have never been to your salon before, or they haven't been in about 10 years, 5 years. Like, you can charge all those people your new pricing. Okay. Personally, I like this way because I feel, again, my opinion, my belief system, the minute you like do a mass announcement of a price increase, people go absolutely mad. They go crazy, bonkers. Like, if you just went out and you slashed their tires, okay, the clients who have supported you since you got out of cosmetology school, they feel offended because how can you do this to me? Remember, everything is personal. And, they get freaked out. So what we have done in my salon is we charge like new clients that have never been there. We'll charge them the new pricing. And the clients who have seen us before, like, like a year, they've been with us for a while. Okay. Like they have seen us like 3-4 times already. Like, they are like already kind of in the system. They are grandfathered, quote unquote, in. They get to keep the pricing that they're at for at least another year until the price goes up again. And then we have to change their pricing. So it's kind of like a lag behind, but over time, as you get to know people, they get more comfortable with you and you're able to do what you have to do, it will level out. I promise. It will level out. It's not an issue. The other thing is too, when you do it this way, you kind of get to keep people a little bit longer on board. Like, now they already know, oh, the client, like, they know prices are going up. For instance, how do they know? So a client comes in, they get charged one price, but then they came in at a time where you were just about to increase your prices and they send their friend. The friend is a brand new person. You got to charge that person the brand new price. Then the original client comes to you and says, hey, my services was this price, $50, and my friend's price was $70. What the heck is going on? You can tell them, well, honey, you actually are grandfathered in because we had a price increase. So now you got both people happy. The friend isn't going to know. The other one most likely is not going to tell them. So it's a win-win for a little longer. But now that original client is expecting, oh, okay, my prices are going to go up. I don't know when, but it's going to happen. So it's already kind of like ruminating in their mind and they're expecting it at any time. Okay. There's still a third way of doing this price increase thing. Okay. And it's putting it into your policies and procedures waiver that, your clients have to sign, like virtually sign online before they book an appointment with you. Or they sign it when they come into the salon before booking appointments, your credit card policy. It could mention prices are subject to change, or prices are subject to change as the prices of supply costs change. So you're kind of already protecting yourself, and they have to physically sign this document. And it gives you the freedom, the peace of mind to increase when you need to, because you're telling them upfront in a professional way without having to worry how Patty and Susie are going to feel. Okay. You're letting them know straight up from the start, which is key. The more, which this is something that I have learned in the last couple weeks, right? The more you can tell somebody upfront, this is what it is, this is how we do it, this is what we're going to do. The more you can prep them from the very start, the better it's going to be in the long run. Okay. This is a professional relationship between client and stylist, and the whole concern here, the whole protection you're doing is to protect the life flow of your business, your salon, spa, or barbershop, and that life flow is money. And so I find this way is the most mentally healthy way, because it allows you to increase on a regular basis, like semi-annually, without having to make it a huge production. Okay. I have also done this in my salon too. So I have the experience. So, the more used to clients get accustomed to, changing pricing, the better. Okay. Keep in mind that an increase in prices means an increase in client experience. So the more money you charge, the more in demand you make yourself, your clients will be expecting to see more of where their money is going. They want to see themselves being served on silver platters with Dom Perignon. They too want a return on their investment, which is themselves. They want to feel like royalty. So if you increase your pricing to 20%, you're going to lose 20% of your clientele. And the clientele that you do have, their expectations just went up 20%. So your clients and even your staff, they're going to be expecting to see the changes that this new money is bringing in. Okay? So keep that in mind. Now, that was like 3 different ideas. I have more, so get ready. So the second way you can introduce price increases for your services is to educate your clients on hourly rates. Okay? Some of you might already be doing this, but maybe you're not really educating them on what that means. So, so let's take that time in your email blasts that you are sending out regularly, in your social media posts regularly. Let your people know, what is hourly rates? Why do you charge that way? What are all the benefits to this packaged pricing? Trust me, they will understand it, and you can rest easy justifying yourself. Okay, I know, like, for the male clients that come into the salon, we tell them that's how they charge, and they get it. They're like, "What? That's odd." Like, at least the business guys, they totally understand, and they're like all for it. They're like, "Wow, these girls are badass. Oh my God." And they love it. Some people, the cheapskates, are not going to like it. Okay. So, in any ways, you educate them. Some people say charging hourly rates is like hitting a ceiling. Okay. If you do it that way, you'll always make the same amount. That's what they say, which it could be true, but it's not. Because if you know your price per minute, if you know your price for every 15, 30, 45 minutes, then you won't have that ceiling that they're talking to and talking about. Like, you will be able to break through that and actually smash it through, and you'll have an ebb and flow to your business. Surprise, surprise, if you're listening now, at this point of the podcast, you made it this far and you want to know more about your price per minute, you, my dear, get a free workshop with me. Okay, so to determine your own hourly rates and to find your own price per minute, find it out by sending me a message on Instagram for the details, and you're going to send me the keyword Mo Money. Okay, and so with that, I'm going to leave it there. If you want to know more how to set your hourly rates and get your price per minute, send me a DM. So now there's the third way to gracefully increase your pricing. And I feel that, like, the first time I heard this or saw this and I saw it work successfully, I was like, damn, this is so creative. I loved it right off the bat. I was like, boom, yes. So this is what you do. So you add in the products that you want the person to have, you add it in to your pricing. So easy, right? This creates a hook for your clients to not only need and crave the products that you're selling them, but they don't have to worry about any additional add-ons, their fees, and get more, like, from them, right? But you get more cash flow. And that's the whole point. We got to feed your business what it needs, which is cash flow is your business's blood. Okay. So you can do this with your a la carte pricing. You can do this with your hourly rate pricing. I feel like services like Brazilian blowouts or platinum cards, hair extensions, lash extensions, memberships, like, this is great because clients are going to need those follow-up professional products that they cannot be found anywhere else to help maintain the integrity of their hair and their skin, their lashes, all of that. The people who do this the best, I feel, are bridal hair and makeup artists. Oh my God, they do this in their contracts. And again, upfront, straight up, here's everything you need to know. Here's the pricing. I need you to sign the dotted line and we can get to work. Like, I love it. That's perfect. That's such a great way. And you don't have to, like, try too hard. Right? And, like, if you know you're getting one of these high-end services, estimate the time it's going to take you to do the service. Then add in the prices of the products, right? The same way that estheticians have, like, the cleanser, the toner, moisturizer, serum. Same thing with stylists. You have the shampoo, conditioner, styling service products plus tax. Okay, so include that into your client's pricing. Give them that number, and you're kind of like forcing them to trust you. But it's cool. I'm cool with it. I think you will be too. But this means you got to study your book and you got to make notes and you got to pre-plan. You got to double up on your day when you see your book. And this is how you do it. Okay. This does work. I have seen it happen. And I do feel it works best with more intense projects like color corrections, right? Like I was talking about. The trick is for you to believe in yourself. Okay. If your energy is up, their energy is up, and it's contagious and they will buy. You got to plant this seed so they keep coming back for more and more and more. And then they will see the effectiveness of professional products and professionalism in their stylist. Okay. I'm really excited about this. Like, I knew I was going to talk about this today, but I didn't know I was going to talk about this today. So I'm hoping you are getting some powerful insight today. Okay, but there are more things. Okay, but there's more. So additionally, okay, We're talking about increasing our prices, but let's talk about increase our cash flow. You got to work smarter, not harder. So that means you have to put out what you want put back in. Okay. Selling retail is not a waste of time. Selling retail is a simple, hey, so I use this product on you today. I think it would really work. All you have to do is do 2-3 spritz, 6 inches away from your head, and voila, you have the most beautiful, shiniest hair ever. Like it's really easy. And I know that there are stylists who refuse to get the additional licensing to be able to sell products. It is the strangest phenomenon I have ever seen. Like, why? What is your logic behind that? If you are one of those stylists, please send me a message telling me what is your logic behind not getting a retail license in your state. Like, what are you doing? Why not? If your response is, oh, because Krystine, I just don't want to be bothered with products, because then I got to do more fees, and I got to do those annually. And then I have to maintain an inventory, and I don't want to do that either. Right? Okay. If those are your two excuses, more fees and having to maintain inventory, that is one, poor man's thinking. That is, you don't want the responsibility, so you're not going to even try. Well, then why are you like an independent stylist? Like, the whole point is to make money. So, no. Okay. And one, if you are bothered with the fees that are paid annually, perhaps you are not saving. You don't have good money management skills. And the other thing is you don't want to maintain an inventory. Well, maybe you don't know how to take responsibility for the main part of that. Interesting. I know some people in the industry teach not to have retail, and that's fine. But you can definitely have an affiliate link, so you don't have to keep inventory, but you still need to get a retail license. That's wise. Educate your clients on what they need and give them the link so that they can decide. Do it. We are in this technological age. There's no reason not to make more money. Okay? Doing this, not selling retail, not having an affiliate link, you are stunting your own growth. That's one. Two, you're robbing your clients of their trust. Like, you're not even giving them the opportunity to trust you. Number three, if you are scared of rejection, don't project that on your clients. It's not their fault you have insecurity issues that you don't want to face and fix. Get over yourself. You're afraid and you want to pretend like you're not afraid, but you don't want to take the education to learn how to sell retail. And let's change the wording. You don't want to be kind enough to educate somebody on what they need. If you're so concerned about your client's hair's condition, well, maybe you should educate them on the available technology that is out there to preserve their actual hair strand, smooth the hair follicle, and keep their hair shiny and their color long lasting. I am so done with the hypocrisy because you want to make more money, but you don't want to do what you have to do so. Come on. There's that. And I don't know who's giving this business advice of not to sell retail like that. Like, what? Like, no, you don't want to have an affiliate link either. Why? Yes, you do. Why? I don't know. I want all the easy, simple ways to make more money. Hello, I make all of my accounts on social media a professional account so that I can get 50 extra cents at the end of the month. You know what I mean? Like, what? That is not smart. That is poor man's thinking. Okay, the second thing, get certified in higher end services. If you want to make more money this year, certify yourself in hair extensions, lash extensions, dermaplaning, Brazilian waxing for men and women. Like, invest in yourself so then you can get a return in your investments. There is literally no sense in paying for a class, making a whole big commotion with everybody that you're getting certified, and then you never do the service so you can make a return on it. Like, what in the hail? Okay, like, what are you doing? What a waste of time for everyone involved. Because one, again, you're not being honest. You're not being an honest person of your word. Two, you're a poor manager of time and money. You just threw away $2,000 on a class that you're never going to do. Why are you never going to do it? Because number three, your fears have you incarcerated again. So again, I tell you, get over yourself and do the damn thing. Don't come crying to me that you are not making money when you have the skill set and the tools and the drive and the knowledge and obviously the pride to say that I'm a business owner, but you're not doing it. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense at all. All right. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm getting a little heated. Okay. It's because I have seen this over and over again, and the people who do these senseless things, like what I'm talking about, of these 2 points, they come to me and want to make me feel or want to tell me that my years experience of being a business owner is wrong. And I've been doing this literally since I was born, professionally, probably since I was 15. So what is that, like 30 something years at this point? They want to tell me that my years experience in the salon industry is wrong, and their 1 year on the floor, they know better. No, ma'am, no, sir. I don't think so. Okay, so number 3, specialize in an area. Okay, specialization is awesome. Specialization, I feel, is like the last tier of everything that I'm talking about. So once you are sending out regular emails and you're letting people know of the possible increases, you have clients that are grandfathered into your system, into your pricing, you are adding in packaged pricing with your products, like you have products included in your services, you are selling retail, you have taken the classes so that you can charge more money to pay for that class, then, and you're doing all these things, then I feel, and you have more hours, like I think it's like 10,000 hours for you to consider yourself in one particular skill a master. Okay, once you do that, then you can be a specialist in an area and you can charge money for that because that is your specialty. So we have curly hair specialists, we have trichotomy specialists, balayage, hair extensions, whatever it is. Do it 10,000 hours worth so you can call yourself a master, a specialist, so that you as a person can feel fulfilled. You can charge accordingly and still make ends meet. Like, if that's your favorite thing to do, do it. Okay? And that makes sense. Instead of saying, and I've had this happen, instead of saying, no, I don't have a specialty because I do everything for everyone at all the time. No, wrong answer. No one can be everything to all people. Not even a general doctor. Look it up. Okay? What is the saying? A jack of all trades, but a master of none? That is true. You want to be able to do all the things. You want to be able to give an excellent perm, excellent men's haircut, excellent kids cut, balayage on point, perm if you ever have to. You want to be able to do updos and give the most amazing freaking blowouts ever. You want to be able to do all those things so there's never an excuse for you not to make money. Absolutely. And if it really gets down to it and you're a hairstylist, You want to make sure that you know how to get facials and do nails and do body wax, like do all the things. But then make sure that there's an area that you absolutely love. And if that means you love doing updos, that means you gotta love doing blow dries and you gotta love doing the finished product. And then bank on that. Be like, absolutely, I can cut your kid's hair and your husband's hair. But let me just tell you, your next event, girl, I am doing your updo and we are going to get you looking the belle of the ball. Okay, babes? Like, tell all your friends that I do updos. Like, that's how you market yourself. And then you can go off and do whatever it is. When you have a direction of where you're going, you have an end goal, a focus, everything else falls into place. Okay? If you don't have a specialty, if you don't know, you are wandering aimlessly. You have no direction. And I suggest getting off of your high horse and stop having a little pity party that you don't have any money because you're not doing all the things that you need to do to get there. I feel like I'm talking like Stanley Tucci in Devil Wears Prada when he tells Andy, okay, Anne Hathaway, get over it. You're not doing what you need to do. And that's exactly what's happening here. Okay. So that's the end of my rant. I hope the information I shared with you tonight inspires you in a way that gets you going, because I get going with this. Like, it's not hard. It's like, it's hard, but it's not hard. And you just got to do it and love what you do. Okay. Lots of tough love in this episode. So if this episode has helped you, if it has sparked something, if it has triggered you to make more money or to like come back to this later, like I want to hear about it. I want to celebrate with you. I want to cry with you. I want to know if this episode has made you hardened in your business sense. Like I want to know if you want to go be a nurse instead of doing hair. So reach out to me. Let's chat about your specific options for you in your salon, spa, or barbershop. Ask for what you need by sending me a DM. Ask for what you need and you will get more in return. Like that is just the law of the universe. I'm literally just a DM away. So let me know. Anyway, that's this week's episode. I want you to have a fabulous new year. Take this episode, cherish it, and do all the things. And like once you do all of these things and you implement it, let me know how it went. I truly want to know. Because I know I've done all these things. So let me know how it works for you, and I will talk to you later. If you loved this episode, subscribe to the BeautyPro podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts so you never miss an episode. Don't forget to leave your reviews, stars, feedback so I can continue bringing the content you deserve and want most. Your feedback fuels this podcast. The more you give, the more you get back. You can follow me at The BeautyPro Coach on Instagram and Facebook. Want to contact me directly? Email me at befree@goldentruthcoaching.com.